We're back, baby. Get ready for a lightning-fast rundown of the biggest stories hitting the sports world. First up, the Kansas City Chiefs are staring down a historic challenge in their Week 2 matchup against the Philadelphia Eagles. Could this be the game where Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid face an unprecedented 3-game losing streak during Mahomes' tenure? We've got the inside scoop on what's at stake and how they plan to avoid it. Then, we dive deep into the player props for that massive Chiefs-Eagles showdown, with a special focus on Patrick Mahomes' passing yards. Our experts have a bold prediction that could shape your fantasy league. After that, get ready for a full betting breakdown of the Eagles vs. Chiefs rematch, complete with odds, predictions, and the must-know promos for Jalen Hurts vs. Patrick Mahomes. And finally, we're dissecting the fantasy football landscape for the Kansas City Chiefs in Week 2, breaking down who to start, who to sit, and what to expect from Patrick Mahomes, Isiah Pacheco, Rashee Rice, Travis Kelce, and more. You don't want to miss this. Make sure you're subscribed and hit that notification bell so you never miss a single play. The Chiefs are on the brink of an unwanted record. For the first time in the Patrick Mahomes era, the Kansas City Chiefs are facing the very real possibility of losing 3 consecutive games. After dropping their season opener to the Los Angeles Chargers, the Chiefs now prepare for a Super Bowl rematch against the Philadelphia Eagles, a team that has already bested them in the league's biggest game. ESPN's Adam Schefter highlighted this precarious situation, noting that a loss to the Eagles would mark the first time since Mahomes became the starting quarterback that the Chiefs have strung together 3 straight defeats. This historical context adds immense pressure to Sunday's contest at Arrowhead Stadium, a venue where the Chiefs have rarely faltered. The team's defensive struggles in Week 1, particularly against the Chargers' aerial attack, are a major concern. Justin Herbert's strong performance, 318 yards, 3 touchdowns, underscores the vulnerability. While the Eagles are known for their run-first approach with Saquon Barkley, Jalen Hurts' dual-threat capability means Kansas City's defense cannot afford to overcommit to stopping the run. They must find a way to contain both Hurts' arm and legs, a task made more challenging by their Week 1 defensive lapses. Fans and analysts alike are watching closely, with social media buzzing about the Chiefs' uncharacteristic struggles. The desire to avoid such a historic losing streak is expected to fuel an intense performance from Mahomes and head coach Andy Reid, who have built a reputation for avoiding prolonged slumps. This game isn't just about starting the season 1-1. It's about preserving a significant piece of franchise history. Can the Chiefs' dynasty weather this storm, or will history be made for all the wrong reasons? Get ready, because next up, we're diving into the numbers that matter most for Patrick Mahomes' passing yards in this high-stakes matchup. Patrick Mahomes' passing yards are in the spotlight for Week 2. Despite being widely considered one of the NFL's greatest quarterbacks, Patrick Mahomes faces a significant test in Week 2 against the Philadelphia Eagles. The situation is compounded by the absence of key receiver Rashee Rice due to suspension and the likely unavailability of Xavier Worthy, who is doubtful with a shoulder injury. This short-handed offensive unit presents a unique challenge for Mahomes and the Chiefs as they look to bounce back from their season-opening loss. Sportsline's computer model is projecting Mahomes to surpass his over-under of 235.5 passing yards, forecasting 282.6 yards. This projection is based on his previous performance against the Eagles in Super Bowl LIX, where he threw for 257 yards despite the loss. The model sees value in Mahomes' passing yardage prop, especially considering the circumstances. Even without Rice and Worthy for most of the previous game, Mahomes still managed a solid passing total. The Chiefs are 1.5-point underdogs, and this Super Bowl rematch is expected to be a focal point for the team, likely leading to an increased emphasis on Mahomes' passing game. Fans are dissecting these player props, with many looking to Sportsline's model for betting insights. The availability of various sportsbook promos, like those from FanDuel and DraftKings, adds another layer of interest for those looking to wager on these matchups. The model's confidence in Mahomes going over his passing yards, even with his supporting cast depleted, highlights his consistent ability to perform under pressure. Will Mahomes' arm carry the Chiefs, or will the Eagles' defense shut down the passing game? Stick around, because next, we're breaking down the entire Eagles versus Chiefs game, from odds to predictions and exclusive betting promos. A Super Bowl rematch with massive implications for Week 2. The Kansas City Chiefs are set to host the Philadelphia Eagles in a highly anticipated Week 2 showdown, marking the first time these two titans have met since Super Bowl 58, where the Eagles emerged victorious with a commanding 40-22 win. Philadelphia is riding high after a hard-fought 2020 season-opening victory over the Dallas Cowboys, while the Chiefs are looking to rebound from a 27-21 loss to the Los Angeles Chargers in their season opener. The game is scheduled for Sunday at Arrowhead Stadium, with kickoff set for 4:25 p.m. ET. According to the latest odds from Sportsline Consensus, the Eagles are favored by 1.5 points, with the over-under for total points set at 47.5. Philadelphia's offense, led by Jalen Hurts, showcased its prowess in Week 1 with 2 rushing touchdowns from Hurts himself, despite a quiet passing game. The Eagles' defense also impressed, shutting down the Cowboys in the second half, which bodes well for their matchup against the potent Chiefs' offense. On the other side, the Chiefs, despite their Week 1 struggles, are a formidable team with Patrick Mahomes at the helm. Their defense, however, showed cracks against the Chargers, and they'll face the challenge of containing Saquon Barkley. Betting communities are buzzing about this matchup, with many eyes on how the Eagles' defense will perform against Mahomes and how the Chiefs' defense will handle Barkley. Sportsline's projection model is predicting Philadelphia to cover the spread in 51% of simulations, adding another layer to the betting landscape. Promos from DraftKings and FanDuel are also drawing attention, offering incentives for new users to engage with this high-profile game. The historical performance against the spread also favors the Eagles from last season, though Arrowhead's home field advantage cannot be ignored. Can the Eagles continue their winning streak against the Chiefs, or will Mahomes lead a crucial home victory? Don't go anywhere. We're wrapping up our preview with a deep dive into fantasy football advice for the Chiefs' Week 2 game. Fantasy football managers face tough decisions with the Chiefs in Week 2. The Kansas City Chiefs' Week 1 performance against the Los Angeles Chargers has left fantasy football owners with a mix of promising signs and significant concerns, particularly regarding their key offensive players. As the Chiefs prepare for a Super Bowl rematch against the Philadelphia Eagles, analyzing the roles and potential production of players like Patrick Mahomes, Isiah Pacheco, Rashee Rice, and Travis Kelce is crucial for setting successful lineups. Patrick Mahomes had a solid stat line in Week 1, 258 yards, 1 passing TD, 57 rushing yards, 1 rushing TD, especially considering Xavier Worthy left the game early with an injury. However, concerns linger about the offense's creativity and potential for opponents to neutralize Mahomes by not blitzing, a strategy that has proven effective in recent years. Fantasy analysts are divided, with some ranking Mahomes on the fringe of playability in average leagues due to offensive limitations, while others see potential if receivers like Hollywood Brown or the eventual return of Rashee Rice can provide downfield threats. Rashee Rice, despite his suspension, is viewed as a long-term asset who could benefit greatly if the offense opens up upon his return. Isiah Pacheco's role is also a major question mark. Despite a strong physical showing, his limited touches and red zone snaps in Week 1, coupled with Kareem Hunt's involvement, make him a risky start. Hollywood Brown had a surprisingly high target share and production in Week 1, but analysts caution that this volume may not be sustainable. Travis Kelce's usage in Week 1 was also a point of concern for some, with questions about his long-term production as he ages and the potential impact of Rice's return. The fantasy football community is actively debating these player outlooks, with many seeking advice on start-sit decisions. The uncertainty surrounding Pacheco's workload and the sustainability of Brown's Week 1 performance are key talking points. The long-term value of Rashee Rice, even while suspended, is also a significant discussion point for dynasty leagues. Analysts are advising caution with some players while highlighting potential value in others, especially as the season progresses and roles become clearer. With so many questions surrounding the Chiefs' fantasy impact, Who should you trust on your roster? Stay tuned for our lightning round recap and a full call to action. You won't want to miss it. All right, football fans, that's a wrap on today's biggest stories. We saw the Kansas City Chiefs staring down a historic 3-game losing streak in the Mahomes era, but can they avoid it against the Eagles? Patrick Mahomes' passing yards are projected to be high in that massive rematch, offering intriguing prop bet potential. The Eagles and Chiefs clash in a Super Bowl rematch with significant betting implications and exciting promos. And in fantasy, we broke down the start-sit advice for Mahomes, Pacheco, Rice, Kelce, and more for the Chiefs' Week 2 battle. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the Roger Report for all your breaking sports news, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an update. Follow us on all social media platforms for more exclusive content and join the conversation in the comments below. We'll see you next time.